streaming. Alright, so episode, or stream 31? Yeah, that's right, let me double check that, make sure I'm on the right number. Give me a chance to jam out to the soundtrack. Should be 31, it looks like. Cool. Alright, let's rock and roll. Alright, where are we at? All the way back over here. And head up to this point. Well, we'll swing by here first, I think. So we finished here, right? Oh, there's still a weapon there. But so this is the place that had all those darn pistols. Just laying on the ground. Well, is that locked building? We'll just come back there when the quest takes us back there. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'll just keep it in the back of my mind before we leave the island to go back there and find that last weapon. Hopefully. Alright, we rock and roll. I'm really glad I found this extended magazine for this gun, so that I get more effect out of the special effect for this weapon. Can ramp up to greater speeds. What I'd really like is an LMG with this effect. An LMG with an extended magazine. Nothing could stand against me. Try to turn off the notifications on my phone so I don't get any Mortal Kombat interruptions. What we got over here? Something was gonna see me. I don't see any robots. Oh, there he is. Can't admire the skybox in this game. They did a really good job. Oh, they even have layered clouds. I didn't catch that before. Neat. I mean, I could take those guys out, but then I run the risk of pulling all those hunters to me. And I don't feel like dealing with that right now. I just want to sneak to my destination. Enjoy the brisk Swedish countryside. It's a weird place for a car and a bicycle. I mean, this isn't very good terrain for a bicycle like that. Well, there's some other stuff here too. Oh, that's a sled. It's not a bicycle. I stand corrected. Nope. It's an interesting looking sled. A lot of them over here too. Huh. Well. Alright, let's go over here. Excuse me. So this is sort of weather that I enjoy. I like this like crisp, like I can imagine how this feels right here. Like that really crisp cold air. Just feels really refreshing when you go outside. You can't beat it. Get on. Get on? Let's see. Excuse me. Darn throat. Some more 9mm ammo. Again, this will be the only ammo type that I pick up, I think, going forward. Unless I find another experimental weapon. I can see 30 shots. That's pretty generous for a consumable like this. That's practically a full magazine without the extended mag on it. Alright, anything of note in here? Alright, got us a new safe house. Our cozy little house on our own private island. We're living large. Alright, next on our to-do list, we're going to head east to, or I guess southeast, to there. Then I don't know if I explored over here. I think I did. So we explored over here. I think we navigated over to this point. And I found a weapon and a collectible there. So to hit all these little markers here. So that'll be our next objective. Then we'll work our way south. Yeah. I got it mapped out. Got a plan. Don't know if that chime indicates anything or not. I thought that sound usually appears or pops up when you enter a new location, but it was just part of the soundtrack. Associating it with something that it wasn't associated with. Oh crap. I appreciate being snuck up on. Oh, you jerk. What's up? Alright, time out. Time out. I'm gonna pick a fight. I'll give you a fight. So the hunter becomes the hunted. Ooh, a blonde perm. The 80s, what a time to be alive. No human enemies, but I have found humans. This whole DLC is centered around NPCs, which is pretty neat. Though they do feel a little out of place in this setting. I preferred the alone feeling that I had previously. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having a companion or somebody I could lug around with me to carry all this junk that I have. So I'm tired of being over-encumbered. Like maybe give me one of those mech runners that I can use as like a mule. He doesn't have to participate in combat. He just needs to carry a bunch of backpacks so I can move around unhindered. Or even one of those fly guys. I don't even know the name of those things. Let's see. Machine blueprints. Tick, tick, runners. Oh, they're called seekers. I mean, I called them fly guys this whole time. I had never seen their name. Oh, well, this looks like fun. Okay, Does he have backup or is he by himself? It's like he might be by himself. I want to get away from all these cars so they don't explode on me. And what I can do is pick a fight with them. Probably on the far side. If we don't grow a third arm before we get over there. So back into this bunker entrance, he can't hit me with his explosives. He'd have to shoot me with his machine gun. If I can find an entrance. Nope, looks like it's a dead end. Oh, let's go down swinging, I guess. That didn't take very long. Of course, it's just extremely irradiated in here. Let me out. More. Those days are long gone, Matthew. These are a bygone era. Crap! Oh, he's shooting mines at me. Oh, he lost sight of me. I could have just snuck away if I wanted to. Did you call this guy harmless? Do you not see the guns this guy's packing? This guy's anything but harmless. One burst in that gun kills me. I don't think it has it full health, but still. Just fire damage. Just gotta stay mobile. There we go. The mines aren't as much of a threat because I can just avoid them. Well, unless I do that. Holy crap! Oh, there you go. Guns for defense only, yeah. It's like saying a lion isn't a predator. Those teeth and claws are just for defense. Hey Matthew, I got a new cat. Well, I rescued a new cat. Holy crap. Mine's right beside me. Oh, let's avoid that from now on. There we go, nothing to it. Pesky robots. I don't know if I want to put pictures of him up yet. He's a little rough around the edges. So we found him at a campsite that my in-laws were at. I went and I had to capture him in a tote. He has this big laceration on his neck right now, and that it looked like he had skin hanging off his neck. I guess it's just a big scab. So we took him to the animal hospital. Once he's looking a little better, I'll put him up. I don't want to put him up like that because it's pretty sad. Once he's looking a little healthier, I'll put him up on the membership post. Hey, what's going on, Chio? Oh, whoops. His mines are still around. But don't worry, I'll post pics up as soon as I'm comfortable and as soon as he's comfortable with the pictures. Don't you worry. Yeah, we're out till like 1 AM Friday night at the animal hospital getting him taken care of. We still have to take him to the vet this week for some further treatment. Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Chapter 9. You're burning through that game. There is a new update coming out for the game. I don't think it's out yet. And it's free for the game, so if you want to hold off on beating it, it might be worth waiting for them to launch that update. Because because it expands the game. I think it adds more content and adds another character. Whoops. I forgot to mention it yesterday. We were talking about it. I'm doing well. A little tired, but pretty well. I was concerned I was going to be behind on my schoolwork, but I planned it in my head. I should have just enough time to get everything done. Like, I'm right on track. So. I have a book report due this week, which is what I was concerned about. Oh, is it? Oh, that's dumb. I hate exclusives. Did I check these already? Yeah, I checked these already. Exclusives are not consumer friendly. Alright, there's another weapon around here somewhere, I think, right? Yeah. Just gotta hunt it down. So it might be up here. Yep, there it is. Nice. I'm a history major, so history stuff. It turns out I actually have more left of school than I thought, because there was a misunderstanding between me and my initial advisor. And I thought I was supposed to graduate next semester, but I don't graduate until next spring instead of next winter. Which I'm a little disappointed about. Had a lot of transfer credits, but not as many of them transferred as I thought. I don't think any of my JST credits transferred, which makes sense, because they don't really contribute to what I'm studying, but still. It's like 55 credits from the military that don't transfer. Right now it's just general stuff. I prefer ancient civilizations, so Rome, you know, Mesopotamia. I'm really fascinated by Eastern civilizations as well, but I don't think we really have any classes that specialize in it. We have a religious studies class for Eastern religions, but that's it. Which, I don't remember which one I'm taking. I think I'm taking... Might be that one. Whichever one fit my schedule, because in order to graduate I have to take a religious studies course. Really, I'm fascinated by history that I don't know a lot about, too. So, like, African history. This semester I'm taking a Latin American specific history course. Because, again, it's usually glazed over in survey courses. So it's nice to actually be able to learn about it. How is that missing? That's one right through. There we go. I think if I could really specialize in a specific history, but since I doubt I'm going to go for my PhD. Unless I get accepted into a free program. I would like to focus on mythology, honestly. And like Cold War. Sadly, I don't think there's really a need for that. So, I don't know if there's even a PhD program available for it. I've heard of it, but I don't think it's I don't have any courses at my school that cover that. That's a Turkish civilization, right? Oh, wait, what? Was I stuck or am I... Oh, that was over encumbered. That was weird. Yeah, that was too much. Alright. Yeah, Tifa had the coolest looking combat in the game by far. I mean, I really like Barrett as a character, but Tifa, she looked like a lot of fun to play in that game. She gets some pretty sweet abilities. Which I've always been a big Tifa fan anyway. Don't care as much for Aerith as I do Tifa. Oh crap. What's this guy doing? Not paying a lick of attention is what he's doing. Maybe he's just gonna stand there. He's gonna make this really easy for me. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with Ottoman and Byzantium. Gunpowder was the downfall of Constantinople. Well, actually, the Fourth Crusade was the downfall of the of Constantinople, but the gunpowder surely didn't help. So I keep shooting him in the face till he dies. Works on people, it can work on robots. Actually, my favorite, I guess, period in history is, well, Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great is my favorite historical figure, by far. So if I could really hone in and specialize on something, because that's what I wrote my first independent study about, was his Anabasis. He's an extremely fascinating character. Yeah, there's a lot of customization, customization in the game. You really go whatever route you want. Again, Tifa's combat just looked like a lot of fun. I wish I haven't played it myself, of course, but if I were to main one of the characters, it'd be Tifa, just because how much fun she looked to play. I don't normally care for like the quick, fast attacking characters. I'm more of a, you know, slow, heavy hitter guy. Can I not get in here? Actually, I'm more of a tank guy. It's funny because all my Let's Plays I end up playing a DPS character because CRPGs typically provide you a tank. So I go for the two-handed route, which I don't mind, but I definitely prefer the tank role over the DPS roll. Come on, let me take it. There we go. Just watching me loot in front of him. That's why whenever you see me play a game where you build your party from the ground up, I name the tank character after myself, and then in RPGs where they give you narrative companions, I usually go the DPS route, because you can't have too much DPS. If you have too many tanks, you're stunning your damage, so. Jerk. Yes, they are. I mean, a lot of it was still preserved in the Middle East. But yeah, it's still sad. But then you could also argue, which Library of Alexandria? Because I think he named, I think 70 cities after himself. And then one after his horse, because Bucephalus died. And he named a city after his steed. Have you gotten Barrett yet? I don't know if it's a spoiler. I'm trying not to mention spoilers. But you said you're in Chapter 9, so you should have played with Barrett by now. He makes for a really good tank. Because he has that, like, Iron Skin ability. And again, I'm a big Barrett fan. One collectible and Bjorn Tuna Garden. Actually, I don't remember how many chapters in the game. I think it's 13. It might be too many, though. Oh, hey, I found a collectible.
Först förstod jag inte varför, men sen upptäckte vi att den var infekterad av en encellig prokaryotorganism, en så kallad protozoo enligt Ingrid. Parasiten tycks kunna integrera sig och utnyttja värddjurets neurosignalsystem. På något sätt fungerar det samtidigt som en slags brygga till våra implantat, och vi har redan identifierat åtskilliga distinkta neurosignalkluster.
Yeah, that's Cloud's shtick. Because you have to have him, so he has to be able to fill any niche in the party. That's how main characters usually are. Though not all the time. So I think Dart from Legend of Dragoon, he was melee focused. It's been like a decade and a half since I played the game, so I could be misremembering. Yeah, he gets some interesting weapons later on that make him a little more. Well, again, I don't want to spoil a whole lot, but he gets a pretty neat weapon later on. Barrett does. There's a weapon around here somewhere. Let's get hunting. Honestly, if the story didn't take the route that it took, I probably would have eventually got around to playing it. Even though I had watched a Let's Play of it. There's a thing in here. Was it just a camera? I found a gun. Why's my movement disabled? I dropped the gun. Oh, I got the ammo from the gun. That's what's over encumbering me. Alright, what do I currently have on here? Yeah, with the compensator, not the extended barrel. So let's see, we can drop... Yeah, and the compensator is just a better object all around. Better mod. There's a lot of guns in here. Whoops, didn't want that. Let me drop that real fast. I don't think that, I mean, I guess his mapping of the continent could have assisted in the Silk Road, but that was founded by the, Han Dynasty, right? That was a couple centuries after Alexander the Great. Alexander did usher in the Hellenistic period, though, in Greece, which is, a pretty popular time. Does that really not count as the weapon here? So there's one weapon here. And I found two.
Thunder and Fire and True.
Yeah, I did like how the magic system was implemented in it as well. And like the staggering for the high damage combos and stuff like that. It adds a level of tactics to the combat that I appreciate. I'm not playing. I'm playing on PC. I think I've got it under control. But I appreciate the offer. So there's still one weapon here somewhere. I found two. So there's at least 3 weapons here. This game is lying to me. Excuse me. Alright. Let's keep exploring. Let's see. Then we can get inside this building. We're inside the barn. Yeah, that's her shtick, is healing. Lore-wise and mechanically. It's probably one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of her. I'm not a huge fan of healing in combat if I can avoid it. Depends on the game, of course, but I feel like healing in combat is a waste of time you could be using to deal damage. That's why I don't use a lot of healing. Like in Pathfinder Kingmaker, I didn't do a lot of healing. Except for a few fights where it was a battle of attrition. Like against the spawn of Robogug. If I get away with not healing in combat, I'm going to try. That's probably why Legend of Dragoon was so hard for me, because I didn't like having Sean in my party. He's quarantined right now. They haven't really been introduced. They've gotten a couple peeks at him, but he's in the dog's crate in the bathroom right now, which is much larger than he needs. He has a bed. He's got 2 beds in there, a litter box, and there's still room for his water and food until we can get him treated. Because it looks like he has ringworm on his feet. Like he doesn't have fur on his feet and stuff, and he's got like that injury and stuff, so we have to keep them separate. We got him all the shots he needed when we were at the hospital, but ringworm is very contagious. Yeah. Yeah, Aerith isn't super offensive. She's no Yuna, that's for sure. Yeah, I felt really bad for him. Honestly, if he hadn't been injured like that, I probably would have left him at the campsite, because he was getting food and stuff. Like, he was obviously eating, and he's a little thin, according to the hospital. So he wasn't eating as well as he could have. But the fact that he had like that laceration on his neck, I was like, we gotta take him and get him taken care of. I guess infected with ringworm, potentially. Also, he's injured, so he's I'm keeping him away from the other cats and dog. Because he's still adapting to a new place as well, so we don't want to introduce him to a new place as well as all of the other animals, because then he'd be super stressed out. And he might lash out aggressively, and I want my other animals to get injured until we can introduce them properly. It's a long process, especially if you're introducing a wild cat to your domestic animals. It takes a lot of time. And even then, he might not take to the house, and we'll have to keep him isolated all the time or something. Oh boy, 4 weapons and 2 collectibles. Yeah, I mean, if we absolutely can't keep him in the house because he doesn't play nice with my other animals, I am going to prioritize my other animals, and we can always donate him to like a barn as a barn cat. I don't want to, obviously. I want to take care of him.
Ja, just det. Jag antar att det är uppenbart att vi inte är helt säkra här. Vi är på ett lyxhotell, men ligger och kurar på golvet i en vinkällare. Så ironiskt.
But again, if he just will not acclimate to the house, then I will ensure he finds a fitting home somewhere. Yeah, no, I know. I was going as far as like the main female characters for each game. It's not a fair comparison. She's also no Dagger from Final Fantasy IX. I don't remember the female's name from Final Fantasy VIII. I have a hard time remembering Final Fantasy VIII anyway. So, oftentimes get 8 and 9 mixed up. Not the characters and stuff, just the numbers. When I'm talking about the games, I'll be thinking about Dagger and talk about or VV. I'll be talking about 8. Oh, that's gonna be alright. He's gonna be fine. He seems like a bit of a fighter anyway. Oh, let me pick up this axe. Come on, man. If he can use an axe as a weapon, I can use an axe as a weapon. It's a big axe, too. That's not your typical woodcutting axe. Look at the size of that blade. And the handle. The thing is massive. The thing was built for combat and it's disguised as a woodcutting axe. Yeah, I know. My cats are actually really laid back. Like, super duper laid back. I'm not super worried about them. Again, we haven't introduced a new cat to him like this, so we'll see. I don't know how laid back this other cat's gonna be. He did scratch me when I tried to pick him up at the campground. I ended up having to trap him in a tote. I lured him in there with some cheese and ham, and snatch him up in the tote so we could take him somewhere and get him treated. So I had to keep an eye on that, make sure I don't get cat scratch fever. Oh, Final Fantasy Tactics is a gem. I think my favorite Final Fantasy games in order would probably be 6, Tactics, and then 4. Is it 4? Maybe it's 3. Yeah, it's 4. 4 has Kane Highwind in it. Because Dragoons are my favorite class in Final Fantasy. Actually, in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, I used to run a whole party of Dragoons of the Benga. Templars and Dragoons and Gladiators, I think, were the 3 classes. Which left my main character very underleveled for that one mission where you have to play solo. And I couldn't beat it. So I've never beat Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. Which is not as good as Final Fantasy Tactics, but it is still a solid title. Maybe I'll stream that on the channel one day. Yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit like that, yeah. And the maze. Oh, look, it's a bear. You want to dance? 10-2. Did you play 10 before you played 10-2? If not, you're missing out on a little bit of the story. I mean, I think they fill you in on most of it anyway, but I do recommend 10. 10 is one of my favorite Final Fantasies as well. Really, I enjoy most of the Final Fantasies. I don't think there's... And I haven't played 13. Or 11 or 14. I haven't played any of the MMOs either. Or 12. I haven't played anything past 10-2. So, I won't say I like all the Final Fantasies. Because I haven't heard good things about 13. But again, I'm going to reserve judgment until I play it for myself. I don't care what other people think. But yeah, I like any of the games that have a job-changing system. So 10-2, 12, Final Fantasy Tactics and Advanced. I just like jobs. I like having options. Let's find no reason to even come down here. Oh yeah, the calculator, or whatever his name is, where he can affect all the like odd or even tiles. Yeah, that dude is busted. I think it's a build with him and using Holy that just absolutely wrecks. Super bonkers. You wouldn't think a nerd class would be so powerful. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully you enjoy the stream while you're here, and take care. Have a good rest of your night. And get some sleep, man. Because I know it's like, what, 2 a.m. there? Or 3 a.m.? Yeah, honestly, one of my favorite classes is actually in Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. The Onion Knight. It's not a great class, and it takes a lot of work to get. It's not really worth it, but it's, I enjoy the class. Where you going? Come back here. By the way, get you some sleep, man. Take care of yourself. Alright, we have to go through here and find all these darn weapons. So how many are there here? It's like 4 weapons and 2 collectibles. They could be anywhere. They're not gnomes, I don't think. Seems like they're just pictures and cassette tapes in this DLC. Oh, sorry, you want a snack? Well, let me check the car first. There might be snacks in the car that we brought along for the road trip. And then we can see if we can find you a snack in the kitchen. Got a sweet bear statue. You know, I always told myself that if I had, like, stupid money to spend, if I was just, like, filthy rich and I had just obscene money to spend, besides doing charity work, because I would obviously try to help out people where I could, I would get into jousting. I've always been fascinated with jousting, but I don't want to pay the medical bills that are associated with it. Now I'll just get silly statues like that bear statue. Put it around my property instead. Where's a key? Okay, don't need to be out here yet. But no, not just regular bear statues. I'm gonna get a statue of me wrestling with the bear, like that portrait from Dodgeball with Ben Stiller wrangling the bull. Get something like that. Alright, take care, man. Oh, that's right. It's been a while since I played. Yeah, the Scholar. Then you have the Arithmetician is what I was thinking of, which is just stupid OP. It's definitely one of those rags to riches games. You start off so weak. I remember struggling a lot with the first mission of the game, honestly, when you fight Y-Graph for the first time. But then you can get just some dumb builds going. Can't get in here either? Gosh, bunch of locked doors. Be weapons galore in here. I'm gonna go upstairs before I go downstairs. Yeah, I've always been interested in jousting. It just seems like a fun sport, but it also seems really expensive, so not gonna do it. Maybe if I get the Black Prince to foot the bill like Heath Ledger did in A Knight's Tale, maybe. Well, he didn't pay for him, he endorsed him. All these doors locked? Come on. I guess I need to get the master key from the basement. I'm starting to explore upstairs before I go downstairs, make sure everything's cleared out. How many floors is this hotel? Jeez. Alright, screw it. We're going downstairs. That sounds about right. That sounds like Final Fantasy Tactics. Did you ever play Tactics Ogre? Very similar to Final Fantasy Tactics, and I think just as good, honestly. That's another good game from the same era. Sadly, we don't get a lot of games like that anymore. I know what Fell Seal, Arbiter's Mark tried it. There's a couple other games I've been keeping my eye on as well for PC. Well, this guy's a magician. He's just spawning in thingies. There's one collectible. Oh, they give me names when I aim at them. Barbo Lindqvist. Per Eric Lindqvist. This guy doesn't have a name. Older sister. What? Younger sister. Okay, those are interesting names. I think those are their names. They're labeled. Ghost of Bankston. Well, he's got a name. Patrick. Or are you missing out? You should look into Tactics Ogre. At least watch a Let's Play of Tactics Ogre. It's a very good game. Let's talk.
Starkt jobbat. Tack så mycket för medicinen. Välkommen hit. Det är jag som är Anita och som du ser lever vi inget lyxliv direkt.
Tja, Benny. Ja, du kanske känner igen mig. Jo, jag var ju...
Vi pratar om Barbaros' glansdagar en annan gång, rockstjärnan.
Oh, he's the guy that's... he's from the band, the posters we see all around. Neat. Oh, I didn't go through here. Bunch of bathrooms. Go Syracuse. Darn basketball. I haven't cut up the basketball since Michael Jordan played. Well, I got to see him play in his last season when he was on the Washington Wizards. And he played against his old team, the Chicago Bulls, in DC. Alright, time out. Time out. Never seen a tick take 3 shots to destroy his armor. Not a fan. Where to go?
Verkligen imponerande hur du rider bland rosthögarna. Men nu vet du nog var vi är.
Du, vi måste fixa det här. Kanske du locka iväg dem med en massa oljud. Jag vet. Sätt igång brandlarmet vid Tärnboda skans.
Yeah, but they can usually hit everything on the map before they can hit them, so it's balanced. I didn't find a key here. I guess they'll unlock this for me later once the machines are taken care of. So let's do that next, I guess. Where's it want me to go? Oh, all the way over there. Hey, I'm gonna kind of head that way anyway. I'm gonna go south first, then swing that way. All right, we've got a heading. Oh, I'm stuck. I will be back here later. Let's loot all the hotel rooms. Hopefully I get a master key. Yeah, I'm more of a martial guy myself. I didn't use a lot of the summoners. I mean, I thought summoners were really cool. I used them a bit in Tactics Advanced. Not so much in Final Fantasy Tactics. I was more of a staunch frontline guy. Always have been. Well, except for a brief stint when I was younger. I went for the ranger classes. Have you played the new version of Tactics? The War of the Lions? Might be worth checking out. It's available on the phone. And if you enjoy the original, you probably enjoy that as well. And it adds some guest characters, like one from a certain game that you're currently playing through. Also adds what's his face, another character I really enjoyed. Shoot. Oh no, he is an original character, never mind. They only added 2 with War of the Lions. I guess I didn't remember it as well as I thought. Or I just never unlocked him. I didn't realize he was in the original game. Huh. Well, shows how much I know. Again, it's been a while, so memory's not 100%. I didn't realize Beowulf was in the original version of the game. I thought he was a War of the Lions character. Yeah, it should definitely have a Japanese version. You get it on phone, and it should... I think it's on PlayStation as well. I could be mistaken about that. Oh, it's a collectible. Alright, gotta track that down. So I don't feel as bad about mentioning, but yeah, Cloud was a guest character in the original Final Fantasy Tactics. I thought he was introduced in War of the Lions, but you could find him in the original game according to the wiki. I never did that. But also, I was pretty young when I played it, so I didn't really hunt down a bunch of the side content like that. Yeah, and then I think you didn't even get his weapon. But it's really hard to find. I think you can only find his weapon in a certain random encounter that only appears once. If you miss it, that's it. Takes some meta knowledge in order to find it. I think Beowulf's probably my favorite side character in his side quest. I mean, the whole game. I mean, Ygrap is a very sympathetic villain as well. I'd argue he's one of my favorite villains in gaming. I haven't really made a comprehensive list of my favorite villains, but he's up there for sure. I also like Magus from Chrono Trigger.
Nu hör jag. Men några rosthögar är fortfarande här, så det hjälpte inte. Det behövs mer oljud.
Prova med flyglarmet. Du vet, Hesa Fredrik. Det sitter högst uppe på Övertärnafyren.
Alright, no need to be stealthy. When we're setting off alarms, they're gonna know we're here anyway. Okay. I hear your concerns, and they will be addressed in due course. Yeah, that's right. That was also back before internet was commonplace, and so it was hard to... You couldn't just look it up, you had to actually figure it out. Unless you had a guide or something, of course, so it's... I've never seen this button. Oh, wow.
Var det där från dig? Vi bad om lite oljud och det fixade du. Det var nära ögat. Vi kan inte fortsätta så här. Ihopkurade här inne.
I'm gonna take the shortcut. Oh gosh. Free revive. Yeah, I don't remember all the details that intimately, but yeah, I remember seeing someone else do it. It's a real pain in the butt. All right, back to the hotel. Very rewarding though. If you do it. You know what? I might pick a fight with this guy. We have a safe house right beside us. Let's find some better cover. Yeah, I've done that for a game in a long time, trying to grind out random encounters like that. Actually, I can't even tell you last time I did something like that. Oh wow. I used to do it all the time though. It used to be well, I really haven't played any games that has anything like that, so that's why I've done it. This truck is blocking those shockwaves for me. I guess games don't really have that anymore. Random encounters like that. There's none that I haven't played anytime recently. Gross. Well, maybe next time he'll think twice before he picks a fight with me. I'm trying to think of a game that I farmed random encounters for, and I can't think of any. Recently. I mean, Dragon Age Origins, but that was still a few years ago, and even then, there's a very high chance of those random encounters triggering. Yeah, because pretty much in Origins, as long as you're on like the correct stretch of the map, you're gonna find the random encounter you're after. Yeah, I mean he has to be. He's Cloud. If he wasn't powerful, I think there'd be some backlash. Actually, I have an itch to play Final Fantasy Tactics now. There's a good emulator on PC for it, so maybe one day I'll do a Let's Play of it. Or stream it. Because I wanted to stream Tactics Advanced. I already have a browser port of it that I was intending to stream at some point, but other games keep catching my attention. I keep putting it off. So I didn't know she was playable in Tactics. It's also not a game that I put a ton of time into. Most of my knowledge is secondhand because I watched a couple Let's Plays of.
Vi vet att det finns vapen och ammunition inlåst på polisstationen i Himmarvet. Om du lyckas ta med dem hit så får du också några.
Okay. You know, give me a master key? That'd be great. Oh, okay, so this is the place with the weapon that I'm missing. Actually, this is really good. I want to go back here. And see if that last weapon is in the thing. So maybe that's what we'll wrap the stream up with. If it takes me a long time to find the weapon. If it doesn't, then... well, I guess we'll continue. There's something just like comforting about Final Fantasy Tactics and like Tactics Ogre. I don't know. Maybe it's the nostalgia or the artwork or a mix of the both or the two, like the aesthetic of the game. I've had more experience with it. I'd probably play it more often as like comfort food because Chrono Trigger is one of those comforting games for me as well. Like if I'm ever feeling slightly off, yeah, I can listen to the Chrono Trigger soundtrack and set myself back on the right course. Because the Chrono Trigger soundtrack is in my opinion, the best video game soundtrack of all time. There's just something about it. There's other really good soundtracks, of course, but Chrono Trigger is just by and far the best I've ever heard, and it's yet to be challenged. I mean, Hollow Knight's got some good tracks as well. They kind of compete. I still wouldn't even put them on the same level. Still, like I think Chrono Trigger has transcended a list. Okay, yeah, I got you. I got you.
Nu när Roland, Nisse och de andra är döda så är det bara du som är skicklig nog att ta dig dit och tillbaka med livet i behåll. Vi andra kan inte ens hålla i ett vapen.
Nu koncentrerar vi oss på det vi faktiskt kan göra. Åsa, vet du vad nycklarna är? Åsa är polis i Himmarvet. Okej, hon säger att de borde ligga i hennes partners bil.
Okay. I'm really digging my outfit here. I like my red gloves and my red jacket. I wear red so my enemies can't see me bleed.
Inga nycklar i bilen. Fan. Okej, du har adressen. Så leta hemma hos honom.
They are, aren't they? All the ones that were used for are already dead, and then these guys are just sending me on these little errands. Wait, where did I miss something? Oh no, it's gonna be in this building, isn't it? This jerk is patrolling. I know what I'm aiming at. I'm just shooting into the bushes. There's more here than I thought. Son of a gun. Well, I could use the experience, I guess. So let's go down swinging. Oh. Buddy. What the heck? A lot more here than I thought. Jeez Louise. Whoa! Enjoy not having an arm, loser. Well, as long as they don't start slinging those spells at me. Those cutscene spells from Planescape will be okay. I remember the name of the spell that they use, where they, shoot, what is the name of that spell the wizard uses? Holy crap. Shoot one, shoot from around the corner. Holy crap. Alright guys, give me a second to catch my breath and we can keep fighting, okay? What the heck? They just keep coming. They keep dropping. You stop that. Y'all want some too? Shall I see what I did to your girl's friends? Who else wants some? Yeah, real life. Alright, what else? Reskin Alchemist. Well, that makes sense. Especially with the sprites that they use in the game. Most of them are probably just reskinned. Ooh, tungsten. Extremely heavy metal. I don't mean music. Evil wizard construct. Yeah, that jerk. He's the one that used that darn spell. What is that spell called? Darn it. I need to look it up real quick. Fast. I forgot. Let's see. Shoot. Just want to see what the name of the spell is. Well, they were... I mean, I shot them a little bit before they went down. I was putting a lot of bullets in these guys. They weren't just going down. Let's see. List of spells we got here. Should be the... What we got? Mechanicus is canon. That's what it's called. That's, of course. That makes sense. We'll say the... Spells in Planescape are definitely the highlight. One of the few games I'll go a mage class because the spells are so absurd. And because it's how you unlock all the dialogue. Yeah, was it Celestial Host or something like that was the other spell? And Planescape is just, it's so absurd. Over the top. And I love every second of it. I'll hold off on using that for right now until I... see if there's other medkits in this building. There's a couple games like that. Sarah, You're Being Hunted is kind of like that. Soma. I haven't played Soma, but the premise seems to be hiding from robots, so... Might be a game that I play for Halloween next year. There are a couple games I want to play for Halloween. Might be Alien Isolation.
Rock on. Vi går nu tillsammans och hämtar dem. Okej? Jag, Åsa och kanske Barbro? Det är ett rent mirakel om vi tar oss tillbaka allihop.
I almost went down. Whoa! Stupid robots. Hello there. A gray? Really? That was the last weapon in the town, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. That's terrifying to listen to.
Det här är fröken Kara 1123 från F23 Överby. Det här är korpral Elsa Korsanding, svensk arméns kanske sista pilot. Kan någon höra mig på den här frekvensen? Är det någon som hör det här? Kom. Helvete! Fröken Kara 1123. Fröken Kara 1123 träffad. Stöttar någonstans på Himfjäll. Katapult. Det är funktion. Det är funktion.
Alright, let's go check that out.
Vad var det? Va? Ett Vråkenplan? Ha. Svenska armén kanske inte är helt utplånad ännu.
Ingen överlever väl en sån där krasch?
Men om hon lever så är hon svårt skadad. Ju fler desto starkare, Anita, eller hur? Och lite extra hjälp vore faktiskt bra. Så att ingen mat går till spillo.
It is like an angry robot. It's not like a robot that's being tortured. I'm sure she's fine. She probably just lost her finger light. Had to stay after work when I was in the military for several hours because the pilot lost his stupid finger light in the cockpit and he couldn't find it. So he had all of us look for it. Luckily he did get yelled at by a higher ranking officer the next day, but still, like, he made us stay hours late because he couldn't find his finger light and he left. He went home. Screw people like that, man. What an awful person. She's like, she might be single, yeah. Alright, screw it. I'm gonna let these guys take me out real fast so I can get my health back. Wait, no, what? I left combat. I should've got a free revive there. Maybe they knew I was gonna abuse the the skill. Oh well.
Överlevde hon verkligen kraschen? Försök att hitta henne. Hon måste få reda på var vi är.
I don't know why she didn't eject out of the aircraft. It kind of looks like a... not quite a tornado. I can tell you this though, it's definitely not an MV-22 Osprey. It sounds a little cheesy. What was that movie? It came out a little while back. This woman could control a giant monster. I think it was like a love story, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, I saw this earlier.
Det här är korpral Elsa Korsandi. Före detta Vråkenpilot. Hör någon det här? Kom. Jag heter Anita. Hur är det med dig? Vi kan hjälpa dig. Vi har lite mediciner och vi är på ett säkert ställe på... Jaha, då är det du som sprider ut walkie-talkies och hotellbroschyrer överallt. Varför det liksom? Ta gärna fram en varm filt till mig. Vi ses där.
What's the point of me even tracking her down then? She found her own way to the hotel. That's such a weird quest. Why even send me on that quest? I mean, I guess you don't necessarily have control over... Okay, I mean, it's not out of place, but still, it's like a waste of time. Yeah, I'm not super keen on being defenseless in games. I don't know, I feel like... If I was ever in a lot of those like horror situations where people aren't fighting back, I'd try to fight back. I'm gonna go down swinging. But I mean, obviously against giant monsters, like there's obviously a level of, you know, realism there. I'm not gonna fight Godzilla or something his size. I'm going through, you guys. It's more here than I thought. I'm leaving. Yeah, I get it, Matthew. I get it. Hey, I made it back to the hotel.
Aha, så du är gruppens laxkämpe. Ledsen att jag stack. Tänkte att en välkomstkommitté räckte. Särskilt eftersom ammunitionen tog slut.
Helt fantastiskt att ni klarade er. På sistone har vår grupp blivit allt mindre. Men nu kanske turen har vänt.
Vi har ett mer brådskande problem. En hund i kylrummet. Det låter som en metafor, men det är det inte. Den följde efter Elsa och vi lyckades till slut fånga in den där.
Alright, I go put the dog down. Maybe do all the heavy lifting. Yeah, this whole DLC is centered around NPCs that they added to the game. I'm sorry, Yeller.
Vad är det som händer?
Det är inte sant.
Men det kan väl vara bra? Det gör det ju svårare för rosthögen att upptäcka hotellet och hitta oss.
Du har rätt. Men vi kommer även att frysa i det här vädret. Värmesystemet på hotellet är eldrivet.
Share each other's body heat.
Va?
Strömavbrottet
Verkar ha slagit ut låsen till alla rum. Tänk att få sova i en riktig säng.
Unlocked all the bedrooms. Okay, well, let's go to the hotel, I guess. So I wanted to do earlier, but I was limited by my own inadequacy. Hotel's wealthier guests. I mean, not to brag, I once got to stay in a general's suite on base, so it's actually a pretty nice hotel room. It's a very sizable bathroom. I mean, I've stayed in some nice hotels. I've also stayed in some really janky motels, so I've had both the best and worst of both worlds. Jerk. Keep my eyes peeled for weapons because there's supposed to be a lot of weapons in this. Whoa. Got magic ticks. Weapons and collectibles, actually. Weapons and collectibles. Oh, going the wrong way. Right, wait, am I? Yeah. Ah, the corner rooms are even nicer. Look at this, you get 2 windows. Wait, man. Oh no, I've played Earth Defense Force. I'm familiar with the series. I haven't played any of the new ones. I played I think it was the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no, I love me some Earth Defense Force. I've played two of them. It's probably the first and second one. I think it's for the 360. Maybe it wasn't the first one. But yeah, no, I love Earth Defense Force, and the newer one did look pretty good. Yep, good old EDF. Actually, I watched a speed run of the newest game. So this one's still locked. Yeah, they're just cheesy, goofy games, but they're a lot of fun.
Jo, en grej bara. Det här är ingen olyckshändelse. De spårar upp oss, väntar ut oss och skrämmer oss till dumma beslut. Jag har sett hur Fenix funkar. Fenix? Är det två fiender ni heter? Ni har nog förstått vid det här laget att det inte är Sovjet, hotet från öst, som ligger bakom det här.
Well, I'm not scared of them. Actually, I wonder if this key works on this door over here. I mean, it's the master key. I don't see why it wouldn't. Take care, Matthew. And thanks. I'll relay your message to him. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with playing something a little cheesy here and there. It's a little over the top. It's all in good fun. So I'm gonna get a little turnaround up here. Let's see. Grab that. The heck happened in the massage room where they needed an adrenaline shot and someone was bleeding to death? I assume they were using it as like a medical table for an emergency, but at least I hope that's what they were doing in there. This bathroom is much larger. Stick, stick, stick. Stick it to the man? I don't know. Disaster Retort 4. Or Report. I think I've heard of that one. Maybe I have. There was a, oh, what's that game called? It's like Metal Wolf something. It's like really over the top and cheesy. I really want to play that game still. I have it wishlisted. So I need to find 2 more weapons and a collectible in this hotel, so gotta keep my eyes peeled. Could be in that locked building outside, so I think it's where we have to go to restart the power. Just keep my eyes open. So normally I would be this thorough, but gotta find everything. Huh, yeah, I've never heard of it. Well, at least not number 4. When I hear the name of the game, I think action game, not survival game like that. Oh, let's go here and pick a fight with whatever's in the... shed. So I'd definitely like to find...
Det funkade! Tog du hand om alla spindlarna i rummen också? Jag längtar efter att flytta upp igen.
Here's another gun. Now there's another...
Inte läge att checka in på spat ännu. Det här är verkligen bara början. Och ni håller till precis vid helvetets portar. Du får nog ta över från mig. Jag skulle helst ta hand om den där maskinen själv. Men...
Alright, so let me go talk to Elsa real fast, and then there was a door upstairs I couldn't get into yet. I don't know if I can now or not.
Så här är det. Inte långt härifrån finns en militärforskningsanläggning, kodnamn Bergfinken, med högre grad av hemligstämpling än de på Östertörn. Det var målet för min attack.
I'll probably look up a Let's Play or something of it. Hopefully it's not.
Rätt skum verksamhet pågick där. Veronica fick reda på att det verkar som att FOA plötsligt avvecklade det hela på 70-talet. Antar att de styrande insåg hur illa det skulle se ut om det blev känt att Sverige utvecklade massförstörelsevapen.
Massförstörelsevapen? Verkligen en säker tillflyktsort du envisades med att vi... Anita, vad är det?
Nej, det är bara... Allt som... Det är nästan som att de vet. Alltså, jag behöver bara en stund och...
Ingen fara, Anita.
I thought there's the doors on the 3rd floor, maybe it's on the 2nd. Back this way. Here it is. Oh, still can't get into 237. Alright, I'm gonna call a stream here. The next one will continue the quest here. We're almost done exploring the island. I don't think this DLC is gonna take us much longer. Time is backtrack. I assume this island's gonna be the last place for the mission. We do have a few places to explore. We have a rival out here. And it's a tank, so I'll probably fight him at some point as well. I don't want to fight the harvesters. I hate fighting the harvesters and all the hunters, but the tanks I don't mind. Yeah, like this guy. Not interested in fighting him. I do like his color scheme. Anyway, I'm gonna call a stream here. Next one we'll just continue the story and exploring as we go. There's a lot of stuff up here to go through. Which we might do after we do this. Yeah, do this and then knock out all this stuff here. Maybe just finish mapping out the whole island. Why not? We'll figure it out next week. You too. And I'll see you guys in a week when I stream again. In the meantime, stay safe and stay classy. And I will see you guys at a later date. Enjoy y'all's week. And take care. Okay, check on my cat.